there. Alright, let me set up. So, what's up? What's up? Need to stand. Been sitting all day. Give me a second. What's up, Sean? What's up? Hove did. Did y'all listen to that album? Fire. It's good, fam. It's funny enough because I actually did not listen to the album. I listened to that song and I couldn't go past it. Whole black, crazy. Trade Talk Tuesday, we are here. Definitely, Michelle, what's up? I know I said this before, but I'm really not gonna be in here for like 7:30 is my cutoff time. I'm gonna make sure of that too. But there's a few things I want to discuss, and the reason why I got a group call at 8:30. Also, I got to start packing to head back up north. I've been missing out on Tuesdays. Yes, you've been missing out, man. What's up with you? Why haven't you been here? Come on, man. You gotta tap in. But we're gonna be here until like 7:30. It's a few things I want to talk about, especially in the market today. I'm definitely gonna be talking about student loans. I'm definitely gonna be talking about this whole crash. What's up, fam? About this whole crash. I got a wedding to go to this Friday. It's gonna be dope. But yeah, as I said, I gotta make sure I'm packing for that. So my flight is tomorrow. I'm not trying to do a last minute thing, so I want to make sure everything is set. But nah, definitely it's gonna be something though. It's definitely gonna be something. I want to talk about, as I said, like the market crash. We also had another drop today in the market. I'm talking about that. Talk about crypto. What's going on with that? My thoughts on that as well. It's really about to be a movie. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. That's a fucking fact. Friday is gonna be so lit that I might be so lit on Friday. I'm gonna go live. So I'm gonna have a camera in my hand like this. My phone going live. It's gonna be crazy. It's definitely gonna be crazy. I'm not sure what time y'all gonna tap in, but just know that Friday is definitely gonna be a movie. I'm gonna go live, show y'all some footage real quick, and then that's it. I'm gonna just get right off, just like spontaneously. But nah, it's gonna be lit though. It's definitely gonna be lit. But before I get started with everything, the quick disclaimer, just in case I do say some stuff that like might get me in quote unquote trouble. Quick disclaimer, anything that's said in here is for entertainment purposes only. Do not act on any of these things without speaking to your financial advisor or for those who, or without doing your own research. So we got it out the way. Let's go into it. So as I said, there's a few things I want to speak about. I definitely want to talk about the markets because the markets has been fucking tanking. I want to talk about student loans. Let me start with, what's up, fam? Let me start with. All right, let's start with the market. So Friday, Jerome Powell, which is he's a Fed chairman. Friday he came out Jackson Hole and he spoke about pretty much the economy. Right now, what's interesting about what he said, and I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on because regardless if you're a trader or you're an investor, this right here is extremely important and you want to pay attention to this. Not even a trader or an investor. If you're an individual, you want to pay attention to this because he spoke. He spoke for 8 minutes, but in an 8 minutes, like the market fell over 1,000 points on Friday, and that right there alone is ridiculous. We also had a drop yesterday. We had a drop today as well. Well, technically we kind of ended in positive yesterday, but that should drop. We dropped today as well. And what happens is this, right? So normally when you have like high impact news on a Friday, as an investor, right, as well as traders, like especially when I'm talking about traders, I don't mean retail traders, right? So retail traders are those who trade for their own money, right? I'm talking about institutional traders. Institutional traders are those who work for these banks, these hedge funds, and so forth, right? Friday, people are trying to get out. They're trying to go and enjoy their weekend. So a lot of times when you have a lot of high impact news that happens on a Friday, you're going to get spillage over until the following Monday, right? So again, if you see something going on Friday and you're like, hey, I missed out on the move or so forth, Monday, you're going to get a continuation of that. So just keep that in mind, guys, whether you're trading or investing. But besides that, though, going back into what I was just talking about, yeah, so in 8 minutes, he said he literally was pretty much honest and is very unfamiliar. Well, for those who don't know, Fed chairman, when I say Fed chair, I'm talking about federal of the chair, right? So we have the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is our central bank, which is the U.S. So every major country, every country of the world, they have their own central bank. So a central bank is the one who actually, they tell how the rates are going to go for that country, if the rates are going to be increasing, decreasing, are going to be printing more money, and so forth. So those things are needed. So speaking about that as well, like these central banks are not necessarily banks. Like for us, right? It's called the Federal Reserve Bank, but it's not actual federal, which is interesting because the name is federal, but it has nothing to do with federal at all. It's actually supposed to be separate between the government and like it's supposed to be private, but it's not really private. Like they work with each other, but I'm not getting into that right now. So there's no actual reserves there, right? You can't go in and deposit any money, and it's not even a bank, right? So they just the ones who actually have to say so. So what's up, fam? I gotta call you after this, bro. See what's going on, knowing everything. I really got to call you, but let me get back to what I was saying. So yeah, so have some things I had spoke about. So within those 8 minutes, right? Powell, he said he's gonna do the right thing, and that's pretty much unprecedented because a lot of times when Powell comes out, we call him bullish Powell, right? Powell comes out, he says one thing, what we want to hear, which is investment stuff, market goes up. But this time he actually spoke the truth, right? So in this whole like 8 minutes, he spoke about that it's not going to be a soft landing, right? And what that means is we've been told from the Fed, from the Secretary of Treasury, we've been told from everyone that it's going to be a soft landing. Like we've been told that inflation is transitory, which means that hit its peak is going to be going down. So for the Fed from Powell to come out and say that it's not going to be a soft landing, what that means again is that like things are not going to be as easy going moving forward, right? Like inflation is going to get worse, right? The recession is going to get worse. So pretty much all this shit I've been saying, he pretty much confirmed it. And I'm patting myself in the back, especially with everything going on, because I've been in so many damn debates, people talking about like the bottom is out, the market gonna keep rising. I'm like, fam, if you can read this shit, you can tell that the market is not done dropping. Like, what are you talking about? But anywho, pat myself in the back because at the end of the day, you got to think of the bigger picture, right? A lot of people, especially traders, we be caught up on the day-to-day activities, but when in doubt, just zoom out. Like the higher time frame is going to tell you what it wants to do. But besides, let me go back to what Powell was saying. So, yeah, he said that things is not going to be a soft landing. He said that also, like, it's going to be, what's the right word? This is what he said. So he said that it won't be a soft landing. He mentioned that things are going to get worse for the labor market and also businesses. That right there, I want you guys to pay attention to. Regardless if you are an investor or a trader, it doesn't matter. If you're an individual, this is important, right? So for Powell to come out, again, Powell normally comes out and says that things are going to be good. But for him to come out and say that moving forward, like the labor market is not going to be good, that means that like we're looking at unemployment to increase, right? For him to also come out and say that businesses is not going to be easy for them as well. Again, right? As a business owner, you're going to realize that like once expenses start to increase, what do you want to do? Lower your overhead. How you lower your overhead? Easiest way is getting rid of the weakest link, right? That's the reason why we have that term, you are the weakest link. It mainly boils down to the labor market. So you're going to see the unemployment increase. You're going to start seeing the economy. He also said that things are going to get worse for the economy. So again, like I really want you guys to pay attention to what I'm saying. For Powell to come out, the Federal Reserve, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, for him to come out and publicly make it clear, right? It was in layman's terms. It wasn't like he's talking like he's talking kind of like it wasn't the terminology he used wasn't if he's talking to like other individuals who are like other hedge funds or other business owners. He's also an everyday person. He let y'all know these things are not going to get better. It's going to get worse before it gets better. So the things that we're getting ready to do, raising rates, all this stuff as well, we are going to continue doing that. Why? Because we understand this is needed to cut back on inflation. However, we understand that things will get worse before it get better. And it's very interesting that he said that because, again, like this is someone who he doesn't come out and normally tell the truth, right? At the end of the day, it's politics, right? They come out and they say what needs to be said, put their money in their pocket and so forth. But to him to be honest with it, he put himself in jeopardy, right? Which is a fact. But I want you guys to understand that, like this is where you really, if y'all haven't believed me before, this is where you really believe it now. You got to prioritize your financial overhead. You got to prioritize your cash flow coming in. You got to prioritize your money. You got to prioritize getting out of debt. You got to prioritize stop spending like on like basic like bullshit. And the reason why is because, again, like it is going to get worse. And not on some like, oh yeah, it might get worse. No, it's legit going to get worse. And majority of people aren't prepared for that. And even if you're not prepared for that right now, I mean, it's not great, but you can still put yourself in a situation to move forward, right? It's like some people think like, oh, like I missed out on this, I missed out on that, so I can't get myself together. Like that's bullshit, right? That's the lies you're telling yourself to not get started now, right? If you want to get if you're really serious about taking yourself seriously, especially your overall finances, start right now. Don't start in 30 days. Don't say, hey, I wish I would have started last week. Okay, you can't go back last week. So like, why are you still complaining about what you haven't done? Talk about what you can do right now to move yourself forward. Is it a good time to learn this market as a beginner, being that it's declining? Yes. So one thing, I'm glad you asked that. So the question is it a good time to learn about the market as a beginner, being that the market is declining? Yes. So one thing that we hear often is that wealth is well, this is what we hear. People say that wealth is created during like recession and so forth. That's not necessarily true, right? Well, to an extent, right? And the reason why I'm saying is because in reality, wealth happens over time. I don't give a damn what you do. It's going to take time for it to come in. However, the foundation of wealth is built during recessions, right? So we are in a clear recession. Some people feel as if we're not in a recession, but we're in a deep recession. And the funny thing about it is that, as I told you guys before, we're not just in a deep recession, that it's also going to become a depression. And people are not prepared for that. So that's why I'm telling you guys, I've been saying this for like a week after week. Y'all got to prioritize your overhead. Like, the summer, you get lit for the summer, cool. Yeah, I get that. But at the end of the day, it's like, what is getting lit? You're doing this. Like, you're sacrificing your future just to have present gains. It's like, that's kind of backwards when you really think about it that way, right? Like, putting yourself into more debt for the currently, to pay for it later on doesn't make any sense. So would it make sense for you? John said, repeat yourself. Yes, it does. It really does. And funny thing enough, I've been telling you guys, it's like, most of the stuff that's going on, even from '08, right? Because we never got out of '08. I don't give a damn what y'all think. If you look at the numbers, we never got out. We just kept printing more money. We have more debt than we did now before. So it's like, across the board, we never got out. But besides that, because I don't want to go too far overboard. But back to what I was saying with the markets, like, yeah, you do want to learn about the markets whenever. It's not like, there's no such thing as the perfect time besides right now. Right, the market can be declining. You learn about it. You can take advantage of these short moves, right? And then from there, because at the end of the day, especially markets, we're always going to continue rising up, right? Like every single recession that we had, the market, I don't care if it's the stock market. Well, this is what it boils down to. More when I'm talking about the market, I'm talking about the stock market, indices, and so forth, right? We're always going to have a continuation to the upside in the future. That's just what it boils down to. So like this, right? So an investment is some discounted currently for the future gains. Do you recommend, as economic reads, I explain history to present? Well, you know what? Ray Dalio has his video called "Changing Orders of Power." If I'm not mistaken, changing powers, something like that. Let me actually, Matt, what's up? Let me look it up real quick. It's this video on YouTube. It's like a 40-minute video, but this right here is a huge. I'm gonna find it real quick. It's a huge breakdown of everything that's going on and for moving forward. Ray Dalio. Oh, Changing World Order. So pretty much anything with Ray Dalio, I recommend reading. It may be very long, but I do recommend reading it. So he has a video called Changing World Order. It's 43 minutes long. I highly, highly recommend you sit down and listen to this video. It's also like animation based as well. So if you want to watch it and not just listen, that's also great. I'm sorry for the questions. No need to apologize. You want information, I'm here for it. So just ask away. There's no problem with that. But that video right there, it definitely speaks about what's going on currently and what's going to go on in the future. And I've been saying this for a while. Some people don't understand it, but they are starting to see everything that's going off. We're living in the days of the end of America as being like the top nation. Like, that's just what it boils down to, especially things going on. Like, China is big brother, whether we like that or not, like that. I'm not getting into that whole thing right now, but I'll do that for like another episode. But back to what I was saying about power, right? So we had that happen from Friday. The spillage went over to Monday. That's why we had that drop. And then today, we also had the New York Fed President John Williams. He suggested that interest rates will continue to rise. Suggested interest rates could continue to be raised higher until inflation is subsidized. And that right there is also a huge thing. Changing world order. Yes, that's correct. That's the right thing. Principles for dealing with the changing world order by Ray Dalio. That's the video you want to look at. But back to what I was saying about the markets today. Like, at the end of the day, guys, the market is going to rise, right? Like, if I think about, let's say we go to like the Dow Jones, right? Right. If we look at it from like a month standpoint, right? Monthly time frame, and show you guys this as well real quick. So from a monthly time frame, right? Every time we had these drops, the market comes up. Market comes up. It's not, that's going to happen. So it's like, don't worry about it. And that's for investing as well. If you have an investment and you feel as if it's going to have value over time, whenever you have these red days, take advantage of that. That means it's on sale, right? Because at the end of the day, you know that over time, let's say if the current price is 10, right? And then say it dropped down to 7, right? You know, over time it's going to surpass 10. It's going to get to like 20 and so forth. So if it's at 7 right now, take advantage of that, especially if it's something that you believe in. However, the thing about it is this: every investment that's cheap is not a good investment. So I tell you guys, like when it boils down to investments, you do want to invest in things that you feel is going to have overall long value. Like obviously, Apple's a great investment. Speaking about Apple, I had a debate this past weekend in which this guy I was talking to, another trader, he was saying that he has zero Apple, he doesn't believe in Apple. So we had a good debate, very good debate on Apple. He's tripping, but anywho, so yeah, when it comes to investments, you want to invest in things that you feel have value over time, right? So things like Hertz. Like, don't just invest into like bullshit just because people are talking about it. Like, do your own research. And it's not hard to do either. You can go to yahoofinance.com. You can type in whatever stock or whatever you choose to type in, ETF, any of that stuff, whatever security you want to type in, and then look at the historical data, right? Like, look at its overhead, look at how much money his revenue is bringing in, how much going out, CEO, the news, all that stuff, and so forth. But if you want a whole breakdown of that, I have an investing course, shows you about how to go into cryptocurrency, the stock market, how to invest it, and also how to do tax advantages when it boils down to making which you have more money staying in and not going out. All right, good. That's out the way. Oh, yeah, another thing as well. I saw this thing today, and I thought it was very funny. So it says Crypto.com, which is another exchange. Crypto.com accidentally transferred $10.5 million to this lady instead of $100. Love the shirt. Oh, thank you. Man, when did I get this? That's not important. Merch is going to be out. It's going to be back out sometime in October, right? I'm just, getting everything situated and stuff, but merch will be back out in October. But yeah, Crypto.com actually sent this lady $10.5 million instead of $100. I thought that was funny, right? Now, just imagine that. Imagine, like, and they also trying to sue her, but fam, I'm out of here. Like, you just sent me 10 mil, delete the app, delete my account, change your name and so forth. But imagine like Coinbase, right? You transfer $100 to your bank account, and instead of you getting $100, they send you 10 million. What would y'all do? Like, just imagine that. Like, you just get an update. Coinbase sends $10 million to your account. Like, that right there is very, very great. It's very, like, obviously it's life changing. I'm not a millionaire on paper yet. Yeah. But yeah, just imagine that 10 million. Just so that alone is amazing. But another thing I want to talk about. You guys can also ask questions and cut me off. I'm good with that anyway. But student loans. So this is a great thing. Some people feel as if it's not a great thing. Like a lot of Republicans talk about that. Disclaimer: I'm not a Republican nor am I a Democrat. I actually think that I don't like the fact that black people are either Republicans or Democrats. I think that we need each other rather than them. It very much irritates me because these are the same people who put us in a situation. It's like, why do we go to them to get us out of it? We can get each other. Like, that's the main thing. If you focus on other cultures, the ones that are succeeding are the ones who help each other. Why would we not do the same thing? And I'm not digress because that shit really irritates me. Like you have a friend who's a Republican, a friend who's a Democrat, and they beef with each other. Like, fam, like, divided and conquer is a saying. That is an art of war. It's not united and conquer. It's divided and conquer. It's easy to conquer a people if they are divided. If they are together, it is not easy to do that. Like, stop with this old politics and just work with each other. We don't need them. They need us. They need the black vote. They need the black money. They need all of that. We don't need them. We need each other. Like, all we need to do is stick with each other. But let me go back to what I was saying. So this right here was a huge power play on Biden's part. I think it was a check move. If the Democrats lose office, man, something drastic has to happen for them to lose office, honestly, because this was a huge check. Just think about this, right? Think about this, guys. Like, the story is going to be this. You vote Democrat, you have your student loans taken off. You have, 10K in student loans taken off. You don't have to worry about paying student loans for more months to come. Like, that's a power move. No one's going to say to themselves, yo, you know what? Nah, I'm going to vote Republican. That was a huge chess move. Like, huge chess move. But as I just said, so Biden did an executive order, which was very, he did an executive order. He didn't sign it. He did an executive order to push this through. That means he don't have to worry about crime. He don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Executive order, that was a power play. Like when I saw he did it executive order style, I'm like, yo, this guy's a genius for that. Well, he's not a genius. Well, whoever in his camp told him to do it that way, that was smart. But as I said, so it's 10K that's gonna be taken off. So it works like this: if you make up to 125,000, or under per individual, you have 10K that's gonna be taken off your student loans. You're eligible for it. As a couple, if you guys make up to 250, obviously 125, you guys are eligible for that. So, well, not even so. The only thing about it is this: like, if you have private student loans, you don't get included. This is also only for federal. So I was looking at some numbers, and about like 90% of Americans, they have federal loans. About 10% have private loans. So for those who have private loans, you're going to be asked out, and you have to pay your own loans. But again, like if you have a federal student loan, then you're going to be good. And it works just like this. So majority of individuals, like some people feel as if 10K is nothing, and to an extent it is, right? But however, like there's some individuals who like, if you pay off 10K, that just knocks off completely, right? Some other individuals, if you pay off 10K, that puts them in a different bracket. And when I'm talking about bracket, I'm talking about when it comes to interest, right? So it's like, if you paying 100K for a student loan interest is not the same as paying 90K for a student loan interest. Like, yes, that $10,000 is going to be a huge difference, but I feel that was a very wise decision for them to do so. Oh yeah, so added to that as well, I mean, as I said, like the Republicans are complaining, talking about like, it's not fair, blah, blah, and so forth. And I get it. I do get both aspects of it. I do think that this is going to, some people think it's not, but I think that it's going to backfire. And the reason why I feel that is this: I think that obviously we pushed it towards the student repayments. We pushed that back towards January 1st, which like you saw that coming. They need the votes, right? So at the end of the day, it's about getting votes. Right, that's what it boils down to. They don't really care about you; they care about the vote. So they're going to do what's in their best interest for your vote. Because once they're in office, we don't realize how much power we have. We can just get them out of here. But I digress. Anywho, so I feel like some people feel as if it's great and everything. It's great and it's not. We're good. They're gonna get that money back. Like whatever y'all think, they're gonna get that money back. They're gonna get that money back in inflation, because all it's gonna do is gonna go back in inflation, and it's gonna go just like this. So now, like, think about this. You no longer have to pay for your monthly student loans anymore, right? However, let's say your student loans is like $300 a month. That $300 that you no longer have to pay for is going to go back into the market, and this is how. It's not going to go back into the market from investors. It's going to go back to the market from consumers, right? So now you see how you have free $300. I'm using that example. So let's say you want to go shopping, right? You go to these retail stores, that's in the market, right? You want to go grocery shopping, it's in the market. You want to go out to eat, all these different things you're going to do. With that money, as a consumer, you're going to put that back into the market, right? As a business owner, if I see that 20 people are spending $100 a day on my products, I'm going to say to myself, oh, wow, my products are selling out quickly. Let me raise my price, right? Again, that adds to inflation. And that's just business 101. Like, that's supply and demand. It's going to happen. But besides that, though, one thing about this is that, like, some people feel as if, let's say, Republicans, or not even Republicans, across the board, they were saying that, hey, it's not fair that some people paid for it already. And other people saying this as well, like, what if I paid for it already? Like, how would I be able to get my money back? I can't get my money back. That's not fair. And I also saw this video it's going pretty viral, in which Biden turned around and he said, like, was it fair for people who own businesses to get these tax breaks and so forth? And people are, like, praising that. And I don't understand why people are praising that, because it has nothing to do with each other. Like, somebody asked, what about the people who pay for this? And he said, what about people who get tax breaks? Like, I put this post out the other day because I want people to really understand this. The tax system, tax codes, they're not beneficial to employees. They are beneficial to employers. They are beneficial to entrepreneurs and business owners. That's just the reality of it. And the reason why is because entrepreneurs, business owners, these are the ones who are taking all the risk and actually making the society a better place. If you don't, Jeff Bezos, people don't like him because he's so rich. I bet you want to go to Amazon and buy something, though, you get it tomorrow, right? It's problem solution. So it's like, you can't complain about these billionaires when you're the one who's putting money into their pockets. It's like very backwards. But anywho, so yeah, Biden made that statement. It's very irritating, not irritating, but very funny because it has nothing to do with each other. But besides that, again, like these tax breaks are meant for employers, right? It's meant for those who take the risk and start businesses, those who are entrepreneurs who create these systems and create these different solutions for problems that people are facing. Put people in office, or not in office, but give them a job, give them stability. These things are beneficial, and it helps the overall individual, to put food on their plate. So what the government does is say, hey, I see you doing all these different things. You're making society better. You're making communities better. You're creating homes or building homes, right? You're doing all these different investments to make our country a better place. As a way of saying, thank you, let me give you these tax breaks, right? So those who I feel as if like angry about it, just learn the tax code. Like it's not hard to do, right? Just do some Google. Well, don't do Google search, right? It's not hard to do. Like, speak with individuals who are professionals within their field, and they can help you out with that. So, yeah, I really want to get that out the way, student loans, as well as like Powell and what he mentioned, because guys, I'm telling you guys right now, like for Powell to come out and publicly say that things are going to get bad before it gets better, that is a huge sign that things are already bad, and that's a huge sign that things are going to get worse, because he doesn't normally do that. So I think this is a way for him to. They wanted the public to let you know, hey guys, this is what's coming on. But we are already in a recession. I don't get it's just not gonna be public yet. We've been in a recession this entire year. I don't care. They can change the definition all they want. 2 quarters of decline is a recession, and we are entering the 3rd quarter as well. So for the whole month of 2020, the whole year 2022, we've been in a recession. Month after month, we've been in a recession. So it's only gonna get worse. And also, he also mentioned that last month's CPI number that came out, it was lower. He even said it too, yes, it's lower for 1 month, but we shouldn't celebrate that. So it was he was just spitting. He's spitting facts yo, this is the truth. This is what we need to go about it, and so forth. So crazy enough, but yeah, that's what it is. But if you guys got any questions real quick, Brandon, what's up, bro? Any questions that y'all want to ask me? We can go over all this stuff. Shout out to Tesla, by the way, as well. That Tesla split. If you guys have jumped into it, current price on Tesla is $277, huge drop. We actually got as low as $226. I didn't even see that. I could have got some more. God damn it. Oh no, that's a month. Let me go back to the daily. What am I talking about? Currently at $277 on Tesla. I can see price going down to $253. $253 is where I'm loading back up on more. $253 on Tesla. That's a freebie. I'm giving you guys $253 is my call out. Oh, we definitely gonna get there though. Yeah, we definitely gonna get there. Any questions, guys, that y'all got for me? Make sure. Yeah, 253. Let me see. See if I missed anything. Yo, Austin, definitely can't miss any more Tuesdays. No, you can't miss that. Definitely can't miss that though. But yeah, even with recessions, guys, I can speak on it now. You gotta get into recession-proof businesses, right? And recession-proof stock market, recession-proof real estate, right? We do have obviously, the bubbles and stuff, but they are also recession-proof, right? Working on your own education, self-education, that right there is recession-proop, right? You learn these skill sets is beneficial for you to move forward. It could be learning about how to trade. Obviously, I'm gonna suggest myself take my course. Invest, same as I think, take my course, but it doesn't just have to be investing or trading. It could be other things, right? If you want to learn how to do eyelashes or learn how to do be a nail technician or facials, right? These are things that, especially like hair products and just hygiene overall. During recessions, people are still virtual assistants, right? Even that's something beneficial as well. And if you guys are interested, Ashley, she just wrote in a comment right there. I'll probably put her if you guys are on YouTube, I'll put her information in the description, but definitely she's a VA as well. VA is virtual assistants. If you guys are looking for one, she's someone I recommend. My virtual assistant as well, so definitely take advantage of her. She's amazing. But yeah, a virtual assistant. All these things are needed for you to move forward, especially with recession-proof businesses. And I think that you guys gotta prioritize that, right? There's nothing wrong with having a job. I'm not telling you guys not to have a job, right? Jobs are beneficial, right? They're gonna help you put food on your plate. They help you invest into these markets. They help you make investments within yourself so you can actually leave your 9 to 5. So I'm not going to downplay it. However, you don't want to have your 9 to 5 as a reason for you to stay comfortable, right? Because especially majority of jobs right now are leisure jobs. So the first thing to go are leisure jobs. So funny enough that we always, well, not we, but not the market, they always come out and say how like these jobs is great. We have a job growth. Like we're just getting more leisure jobs, right? And again, I'm not downplaying leisure jobs. I just want you guys to be aware that the first jobs to go are leisure jobs. So if your job is in jeopardy because it's a leisure job, well, if you have a leisure job, your job is in jeopardy, especially like for these next few months. So you definitely don't want to go about doing that. Like just prioritize your investing within yourself, right? And as I said, like medicine is always going to be a need. People got to eat. People got to have places to live. People got to look good. I need a haircut. Funny, I'm actually going to cut my hair, guys. So this might be the last live that I have my hair like this. Maybe Friday as well. But last Trade Talk Tuesday, I'm going to have my hair like this. Maybe. I might cut it probably on Monday. But yeah, hygiene, like all these things is going to always be in business because people are going to want these things, right? So if you guys are in those type of fields, it's beneficial. Obviously, as I said, trading is beneficial because like, I don't give it. I mean, I'm not saying I don't care what happens, but the market can drop to hell. I'm gonna take that ship down with it, make that money while it's dropping. It will rise up to heaven. I'm gonna take that, ride it up to heaven with it. So it doesn't matter. You make money in both directions. If the market's doing good or the market's doing bad. But any other questions you guys have before hopping off on here? Any questions or comments? And also, I appreciate you guys taking the time out to join this live on Tuesday, Trade Talk Tuesday. I am looking to have a guest next week. I'm going to have more guests as well. I got to make sure all the fine print, everything is set, ink is dry, right? Checks are signed. I'm not doing no checks. let me put that out there right now. I'm not paying anybody to be on any of my lives or do anything with me. I'm not doing that. I have too much value. You have too much value. We can just work together. But besides that, I'm going to have more guests on as well. I'm going to really make this to a big thing and could stay consistent with doing so. But any questions or comments before we hop off of here? Again, I do appreciate everyone taking the time out to join Trade Talk Tuesday tonight. Could have did anything else. Could have been scrolling on social media, but you took the time out to be here. So I appreciate that. Are we good? All right, I got to do some packing real quick. I got to call at 8:30. So, appreciate you guys. Until next Tuesday, peace out.